like just the ups and downs and in betweens. Like there's sometimes those days, like I always say, are you not feeling all that great, where you just kind of like, blah, and you just wish that there was something better to say about your day than just a mumbled fine when someone asks you how you are. And so in today's episode, we're just really talking about ways that you can move forward, ways that you can really like embrace the power of right now to really create the life that you want and to reclaim your personal power no matter what the situation is. And so one of those ways that that can happen, and it's like, and I'll pop through here really fast. I tell people all the time, a great thing to remember is that attitude is everything. This is like one of my favorite, like, it's I loved it so much I had to do it twice. But attitude is everything. That's one thing that you'll find as I talk about everything. I'm always talking about how your attitude is so important, and it really is just literally changing the way that you think about things. And it's like people don't realize it, but when you're not feeling great about your life or how the day's going, everything can seem to go wrong. Ever notice that? Where it's just like, you start off, maybe you woke up late, then you're making coffee, it spills all over the counter, you've got a little one tugging at your leg. Like there's always these, like you can start off and at the beginning of the day, and it can literally just snowball from there. So the problem is life is not a steady thing. And it's like, and we kind of have this expectation that life is either going to be good every day or it's just going to be bad every day. But really, that's why I call it like the roller coaster, the up, down, and in between. You might have one really good day followed by another equally bad day. And the key is like, well, there's so many things that are outside of your control, with from the weather to politics to how other people act or react to something that you say or do. So there's so many things that are outside of your control, and so it can just seem overwhelming and just impossible to ever truly feel good about anything that's going on. It's like, especially if you read the news. If you read the news, that's even more pressure. It's all these things you can't do anything about, and they're just there in your mind all the time. And so it can just get stressful. So what I tell people is the answer lies in your thinking. Yes. Now I know you'll say, huh? Like, what are you talking about there? But I really tell people it's like really focusing on how you're thinking about a situation. And a lot of times people say, well, you just have to think positive. But just thinking positive, if you tried it before, you know that that's not going to move mountains in your life. So it's really like for this program, especially. But what I always try and tell people, a key point to remember, no matter what you got going on, is that you cannot control others. Like I said, there's a lot of things that are outside of your control. And especially unless you're a hermit, you're in the house all the time, even you still have to interact with other people. You have to pay attention to other people's expectations. You have to be conscious and aware about how you set your expectations, how you communicate with others. So there's just so many little components that go into having like your ideal life, and how to really deal with your life in a way where you don't feel stressed out every day, or just like, oh, I don't even want to get out of bed and face the day today. And like I said, so you can't control others. That's like a really key point to keep in mind, but you can be in full control of yourself at all times. And I mean, like with just a few, so there's slip ups now and again. Like we might have those slip ups now and again, but once you start really being able to put it into practice, you'll start seeing that those slip ups are fewer and far between when you really just learn when you learn how to, you learn it and then practice just really simple strategies that sharpen your awareness of yourself first, because that's the thing. Like I said, you can't control other people, so you have to be in full control of yourself at all times. So you'll learn how to start with yourself first and foremost, because that's where the change part begins. That's how you get it started. But it also allows you to be really conscious and be in awareness of those around you, how you communicate with other people, how other people communicate with you, the expectations you set. Do you set your personal boundaries for how you're going to communicate, how you're going to deal with certain situations? So really just being in a state of awareness and being conscious of like that, those are like little tiny choices in each moment, and you can get into the habit of choosing to feel better no matter what situation is going on around you, no matter whether stuff is crazy or not. Again, like I said, the answer lies in your thinking.